My broke down theme music. Hello, Warriors. Don't copyright strike me. I was playing that before the live came on. It's not my music. That was Puff Daddy and Notorious B.I.G. Old school, 90s baby. I don't know, 90s baby. I was born in damn 79. But how y'all doing, Warriors? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Canadian truckers making headway. Beta back Justin Trudeau. That dude there, blackface. The king of blackface in Canada, Justin Trudeau. And we got Whoopi Goldberg, who said the Holocaust was not about racism. She said, it's white people versus white people. So let them handle that themselves, which is insane. If somebody white got on TV and said that, if somebody white got on TV and said that about black people and said, hey, let them black people kill themselves. Black on black crime. Those Crips and Bloods have always been fighting. You know, if that was on there, man, be buildings on fire right now. So we got a few things to talk about. If y'all want me to put a call-in number on there, let me know. I'll wait till we get a few more people on there. I didn't even post this live. I didn't schedule it. I just decided to do it. Let me see. I'm trying to get on my own live. Hold on. T Warrior 1. Okay, so who we got in the chat? We got Thomas Gardner, Egyptian magician, and Jim Jones. How's everyone doing? Thomas Gardner, sup? Looks like you're my only viewer right now. So, but I just want to talk about a few things been going on. You know, we got the new mayor over there in New York City berating people for not having a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet. I don't know what his problem is. That's the problem. See, in America, what people don't get is once you're willing to give any bit of your freedom away, they're going to take more and more and more. That's what people don't get. You know, they try to mask it as if we're doing this for your safety. But in America, we don't need the government to make us safe or to keep us safe. That's not their job. Their job is not to make sure I eat right. If I want to go get a 10-piece of chicken and eat it by myself, I can do that. I'm a free American citizen, you know, but it's almost like they think, well, you know, and they know we're not stupid. They know that. They know we're not, I need someone to tell me how to eat, what to wear, what kind of straws to use, paper straw, plastic straw, all this other nonsense. But they don't care. And the thing is, I heard someone say, once you tell someone, once you let someone take a bit of your freedom away, and then they're gonna continue to do things to take more freedoms away. Look at COVID, 15 days to slow the spread. That turned into 2 years. You know, 15 days to slow the spread, shutting down schools, making children wear masks, making everybody wear masks, and the V shot 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, it's no telling. It's probably gonna be a new one. Probably gonna have a new variant. You know, come closer to November. But I don't know. I mean, people are waking up now because they're waking up now because they're tired of it. You know, people are tired of you know, feeling like they're being held back or basically under house arrest. You can't go to the park. You can't go do all this. Look at Australia. It's terrible. Australia is a great example of what not to do. You know, I got you, Oz. I got you, man. How you doing? Um, but it's terrible. But you see what's going on in Canada, and a lot of people are waking up. You know, even though they're still trying to, they have the police taking these guys' diesel away and all this mess. But fortitude, when you have, did I say ribs? I ain't saying about no ribs, Oz. I might get some ribs later. No, but when you have people who don't have a problem standing up for what they believe. When you have people who don't have a problem standing up with what they believe and they stick with it, they're not running back and forth and flip flopping. You know how you have a lot of Republicans, and I'm gonna say some of them are waking up now and really standing for something, but you have a lot of them that are rhinos. Whichever way the wind blows, they go with it. You know, uh, they don't have a solid stance. They don't want to stick to an issue and really stand by it. That's one thing I say about liberals. Man, them dude, they can talk the most nonsense. They can be the most evil, the most hateful people, but they stick by their guns. I don't care what it is. Look at the Russia collusion garbage. They stuck by that, and they knew it wasn't true. Come on. They knew it wasn't true, but they stuck by it, and they fought to the gills to keep that stuff, Every time you turned on the news, Russia, it's Russia. Russia, Trump's working with Putin. Trump's working with Putin. Then we got Joe Biden in office. This guy, I wouldn't trust him to tie his own shoe. I wouldn't even trust Joe Biden to open a thing of yogurt and feed himself. But he's in office. This guy's obviously in the pocket of China. He's obviously, everything he does it goes against America. But we know he's really not driving. He's not driving the car. He got somebody, everybody knows that. Even the liberals know. This dude, I don't even know if he could use a remote control. If he made it through a 5-minute speech, just speaking extemporaneously, no telling what we'll have. Sound like a dang wino on a street corner, Venice Beach, Oh, the aliens are coming. This dude, and then he just randomly snaps on people out of the blue. And so I know for a fact these people miss Trump. When you go out there and you see the gasoline, and the gasoline has a 3 in front of it, or a 4 or 5, depending on where you live. I live in Texas. Texas generally has pretty fair gas prices, but now it's high. You see 309 or whatever for the gas. To us, that's crazy. But stuff like that. I know they're wishing Trump was back in office, better wages, higher employment rate. You had the crime rate was lower, everything lower, lower, lower. Black folks want to call him racist, but he put up opportunity zones in black communities. He opened up a lot of opportunities for black people. Even the black president who was there before him didn't do. People don't understand. A lot of these black politicians, when what their aim is black, if they put it this way, these people who they call so-called race leaders, Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, all these people. Look, why do black people need leaders? Why have you never heard of a white leader? Why don't they come out and say, I'm a leader of the white people, and we're going to get out here and we're going to fight for the whites? You don't see that. Because if you do, they call them racist. But if a black person does it, it's necessary. We're so stupid. We need a leader. We need a brother with a perm to lead us. Al Sharpton. Why we need Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and all. They nothing but race hustlers. Trump did more for black colleges than any of you. Right about that. You 100% right about that. If y'all want to call a call-in number, let me know. I'll put it up there. But these people don't care. All they want is power. Think about this. All these people who are yelling for reparations, hollering and screaming, yay, blacks need reparations. Give them some free money. Look, don't tell those people, those same congressmen, senators, whoever they are that are going spouting this garbage, tell them, give me your money then. Send your money to some black families if you believe in reparations. Nobody finds it strange these people get in the office broke, and then when they get out, they're filthy rich. That's not an accident. Look at Obama. The dude gained millions when he was in office. Trump lost money. That should tell you something, you know. But people are getting tired of the lies of the mainstream media, because you have like CNN. Look at their ratings. They spend their time going after Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a internet podcaster, sportscaster, comedian. He doesn't hold a political position. He's not a he's just he's a good representation of what I call the average American. He just asks really good questions. But if you look at him on his platform, he's lapping all the mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, all these garbage places. But that's what it is. Let me look at some of these chats. Thomas Gardner, true togetherness cannot be broken. Trump did more. Yeah, I read that already. Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina gave the best speech on reparations ever. I got to check that out. But I mean, once black people wake up and get out of the mind of victimhood, that everything you do is everything that goes wrong in life is because of white people. Everything bad that happens is because of white people. When you get out of that mindset and you realize I'm accountable for my actions. Yeah, do people do you wrong? Yeah, people do you wrong all the time. That's life. Everybody gets done wrong. It's somebody in the freaking whitest country in the world that gets done wrong. But when you just boil it down to everything that goes wrong in my life is because I'm black or because I'm Latino or whatever else, then what you're doing, you're backing yourself into a corner. You're not really exercising. What do I need to change about myself to improve my life? It's easy to blame other folks. That's the easiest way to do it. But when you really boil it down, hey, I need to just get my stuff together. That's it. You know? So, you know, all these people these race hustlers, these race baiters, you know, people are getting tired of it. And one thing I'm glad of is that you see a lot of young people standing up for themselves. You know, that's good. You know, when the young folks wake up and say, you know what, we don't have to be sitting up playing Xbox all day and listen to little this and little that and all these little rappers with the tattooed faces and all. We don't sit up and do that all day. But what we could do is stand for something, stand for our country. It's people that come over here from other countries illegally, and they have more respect for America than people who are born here. Oh, it's a great country, man. It's a good country. They know how good it is over here, to where they're sneaking over here. And we're born here and we act like we hate it. Everything's just wrong. You imagine going into a store. Some cities are seeing the empty shelves in the store. But you imagine living in a country where that's the norm, where you don't have no food. You know, you're eating rice 5 or 6 days a week and beans. That's it. You working a full week for $20 or a full week of work. We don't have to deal with that here. If you're doing that, you need to let somebody know you're getting robbed. But yeah, that's where it is. Got the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was lame. Oh my gosh, that Super Bowl was lame. I fell asleep halfway in between the Super Bowl. I fell asleep. It was terrible. I don't know what's going on with sports, but they need to fix that mess. I know what happened though. They put all the politics in there. If you look at sports now compared to what it used to be fun to watch sports. Now you got to watch. Look at the commercials they show. I saw a commercial, and the commercial started out with some young black girl. I guess she was sitting on the college campus or maybe in front of a gas station or something. I don't know what she was doing, but she was like, and when you look like me, you don't have access to internet. And when you look like me, what the heck do you mean when you have a curly afro? Like, what is the thing that you're talking about? Because there's no place in the world that's less racist than America. Go to China. Go hang out in China and see how good that goes. Go do a Black Lives Matter protest over there. See how welcoming they are to you. I guarantee you the result won't be the same. But people trick themselves. You got them having transsexuals reading books to school children. Why are you talking to little kids about sex in the first place? If I was to sit down with any one of my kids and start talking to them about sex, that is just weird. A 5-year-old, yeah, son, well, see, if you really feel deep inside that you're a woman, then you could be a woman. And if you feel deep inside you want to be an antelope, you can be an antelope. And why are you telling kids this mess? You got grown folks that can't figure out what the hell they want to do in their life. Grown people, and you telling a little child, if they feel on the inside they're a little girl or a little boy, they could change that. No, you are what you are born as. That's it. Because if we could play that game, I could just go into any bank and say, hey, I identify as a billionaire. Now give me some money. That ain't gonna work. If I stand on the highest building and say I identify as an eagle and jump off, I guarantee you they're gonna need some mops and vacuums after that flight. Because I'm gonna be on the pavement flat and splattered. Reality, you cannot leave reality. And that's what's happened. It's like, I'm going to live in a fantasy and you better live by that fantasy. And if you don't, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a sexist, you're this and that. I don't even know what's racist anymore. I used to know back in the day. I don't even know. Now they said milk's racist. Milk does body good, but it's racist. Milk hates black people. I don't know. I've been drinking it my whole life. You know, it gives me gas and wait a second, maybe it is racist. Anyway, everything's racist now. You can't even have a conversation without racism. People in America haven't really experienced racism. Now, back in the day when you had to walk in the back of a restaurant and eat at a unfavorable spot in the restaurant just to get a plate of food, that was what you would call racist. When you had a black water fountain and a white water fountain, that's what you would call racist. Now we got black millionaires, billionaires. Caitlin James, how you doing? Thank you for joining. We got black millionaires. We had a black president for 2 terms. 2. And he made race relations worse when he was in office. Remember what he said about the police when it was a shooting in Dallas, I believe it was 2015, and police officers were shot. And these cops were fighting for their lives. And what did Obama do? He basically said it was cool that it was happening. It's about time because black people have been treated so badly. And but when you have people like that are willing to, negate all good sense and just try to keep people in a victimhood mentality. Look at the movies. Every 1 or 2 years, you have a slave movie coming out, black people trying to make it out movie, a hood movie. Got to have the hood movie. You're probably going to have your over dramatic black relationship movie, the Tyler Perry type. With you got a dude who's 6'5" dressed like a woman telling people how to live their lives right. Child, I'm going to shoot you with my gun. And that's not a woman. That's a grown man dressed like a woman trying to give you life lessons. That's clown stuff right there. You wouldn't listen to Chuck E. Cheese tell you how to raise your farm animals. I'm Chuck E. Cheese. You got to feed those cows right, baby. Like you're not going to listen to that. But you would listen to a grown man, a grown brother, 6'5", dressed like a woman, telling you how to live your life with your family. Child, I'm Medea. And let me tell you something else. And he probably going home, getting drunk, crying himself to sleep because he's struggling internally with who he really is. But this reality. I mean, to each his own, as they say. But that's weird to me. But you have these movies that come out, 12 Years a Slave, The Butler, Django, Green, what's it called? Green Book. All these things have to do with race in a thing that we don't even live in anymore. We don't have slavery here. The only slavery we have here is mental. It's the mental slavery. It's the mental plantation that they have put a lot of black people on. I was raised to believe that everything is about race. But when I got out and saw the real world, and I'm like, wait a second, hold on. I'm being told one thing, but what I'm experiencing is different. Like I've been living in Texas my whole life. I lived in Mississippi for 3 months. But even then, I've never once had a racial experience. What you doing around these parts? When ain't you seen your kind around here? I ain't never had that. I've had more problems with my own people, which is generally the case in any race or culture. The people that are more like you, you're going to have more problems with them. But we're so busy focusing on stuff that has no bearing in our lives. Focusing on stuff that is not going to progress you as a human being. It's not going to progress you as a person that's going to be productive in society. Who wants to be around a person that's always talking about race? Everything is race. Who wants to be around that? I don't want to be around that. I don't care what race you are. I don't want to be around nobody always talking about race. Everything's race. Oh, man, they ain't put no extra ketchup in my bag, man, because I'm black, man. You see what I'm saying? What they be doing to us, man? No, vato loco. They hit me because I'm Mexican. It's probably because you frowning all the damn time. You walk in the place and, hey, man, what the you looking at his tail? Hey, man, what you looking at, dog, man? What you gonna do? Like, nobody wants to be around that. Maybe you smile sometime, say something nice. You'll see that everybody ain't racist towards you. It's just you're a jerk. Ever think about that? Maybe you're just a jerk. They still exist. You walking around thinking everybody's racist and everybody hates you. So now you walk around with a chip on your shoulder and you had that frown and you walk around. And so every interaction you have, now you basing that, you having that attitude. So nobody wants to be around you. Nobody want to deal with you. And then when you do actually have a conflict, now all that fire you've been carrying around is dumped out on whoever else. And this has been pushed in movies, been pushed on TV shows, been pushed everywhere. Look at the N-word. I mean, they going after whoever says the N-word. Now look, let's do the math. Black people are 12% of the population, right? 12%. So you have little pockets of black people. It's more black people in Brazil than it is in America. So you have these little pockets of black people. You got Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Detroit, Baltimore, so on and so forth, right? But then other than that, it's not a lot of black people in America. You might look at movies and music and all that and think so. So look at the music industry. Music industry, all these rappers. Hip hop is one of the top selling, probably the top selling music in the world. You think in America only black people are buying hip hop music? No. White folks are buying. You go to a rap concert and look out there, Travis Scott, Lil Wayne, whoever, white people in the crowd. And they're not racist. They're buying that music. So they saying the N-word. So what? What racist person would buy a rap album? I hate these blacks. I hate them. Let me get that Jay-Z, let me get that Nas and DMX and Little Peep and Little Poo Poo and Little Tip Tip and Little Tip Top. Let me get all those littles. Who gonna do that if they hate black people? So white people buying all the black records, looking at all the black movies. You think wasn't no black folks out there paying to go see no damn Soul Plane? We'll wait till that come on TV. I ain't going to movies to see no crap like that. I want to see good movies. Avatar, Iron Man. I want to go see when the slave finally left the cabin. And I got to watch some long story that's probably not even true, that's based in 1802 with some poor black woman. I'm just making some cornbread for massa, and he gonna come in here and beat me in a minute. Like, why do I want to watch that? I don't want, when I'm watching a movie, I want to escape. I want to enjoy. I want to see some dragons flying, some machine guns shooting. I want to watch something that's funny. I don't want to sit there and watch a movie, a depressing movie. We shall overcome someday. We done already overcame. What else you trying to overcome? Now you need to overcome you. Because you look at people like LeBron James. I know I probably bring him up every video, but the dude's filthy rich. He has no room to talk about racism. No room. The dude is making millions of dollars to play a child's game. You pay me that money? You can pay me a quarter of that to play basketball? I'm running up and down the court. I don't care if I break my ankle. I'm still out there. And I suck at basketball. But I'll still be out there for that money. Shoot, you can call me N-word all day. You write me them fat checks? I'll cry my way to the bank and buy a box of chicken. How about that? But, it's mentality. You got a lot of dudes. Like, look at these guys. Look at Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was one of the most skilled football players in the world. Awesome wide receiver. Any team would love to have that guy playing with him. But what did he do? It didn't let me get my way. And so I'm going to take off my uniform and I'm going to storm off the field. And I know, always race. Everything about race. Look at the coaches. Race. They're not hiring me because so you're saying they should hire you because you're black. That's the same. You want somebody to hire you because of your race, but you don't want them not to hire you because of your race. That doesn't make sense. That's called a double standard. Oh, you're not hiring me because I'm black. So the fact that I am black is why you should hire me. No, I want to hire the most. See, what people don't get, the CEO, whoever owns the NFL, whoever owns those teams, the guy is not sitting there, I really need a white guy to run the show. He doesn't care. He wants the guy that's going to win. Because if you win, you're making money. And when you're making money, you keep making more money. So that's what they're thinking. They're not up there to, where's the next white guy to do it? No, but if you qualify, then you'll get the job. That's it. If you don't get the job, try to get another one. That's life. You don't get hired at every job. I'm black, so you need to hire me. That doesn't make sense. I don't want to be hired because I'm black. I want to be hired because I'm the best at the job. I want to be hired because they say this dude is what I need in my company. Look at Mike Tomlin. This dude been in the NFL for long. And if he does complain about racism, I don't hear him. Maybe he does. But the dude has been a coach for a long time with the Steelers. He's doing good. Who's holding him back? Almost, 85% of the players in NFL, NBA are black. Black. So where's the race? AB, I hear you say you're making so much sense. Our government operates much like a prison system. If inmates are united, the guards will be outnumbered 9-1 at minimum. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. But somewhere along the line, people have been taught the government is supposed to rule us. America wasn't started that way. America is actually designed to have a small government. But you notice every time Democrats get in office, bigger government. We need more government. We need more people to tell you what to do. And y'all got to give us more of your money. It's not right. But I'm so tired of the racism, the race bait, and the lies. They're trying to destroy the children. You got to understand what this stuff is doing to kids. When I was in school, if you got sick, they had this person. This is going to blow y'all's mind. This is the craziest idea ever. So when you got sick at school, they had this lady. I don't know why she was always fat, but she was always a nice lady, right? She was called a nurse. She would take your temperature. And if your temperature was high, she would send you home until you were better. That's what used to happen. Now, a virus. Put your mask on. Put your mask on. You better wear that mask, little boy. The little boy's thinking like, for what? Little kids have more sense sometimes than we do. You're trying to make a kid live in an irrational fear. That's called abuse. I saw a picture of a kid. He wore his mask so much that he had a rash, like a raw rash, like he had blood and dried pus and everything from wearing that mask so much. If you made your child wear anything that left a mark on their body, they would take your kid from you. If your kid went to school and had a bruise right here and all that, well, what's that? Oh, I tied him to the bed or whatever, right? If he had a mark from something you caused, you're going to jail and they're taking your child. But they go to school and you're going to wear this mask all day long, whether it's hot, no one, even doctors don't wear masks all day long. But now you see, the truckers, those truckers, shout out to them because they're making moves. Now people are starting like, screw this. I guess the people don't want these ridiculous mask mandates. And then all these people who are pushing the stuff, they're not even living by it. Look at the Super Bowl. None of the celebrities had masks on. None of them. Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg not gonna wear no mask. He too busy getting lit up. Say, what's up, fool? It's the SNOOP for sure. I ain't wear the mask and about to go. What you gonna do? Hanging with my crew. I'm just clowning. But seriously, they wasn't wearing no mask. And then look at Stacey Abrams. She's in a classroom full of innocent little children. She's sitting there and the kids are wearing masks. She's sitting there with no mask on and the kids are wearing masks. To me, and I don't mean to be mean, I ain't that skinny. I got a little gut on me, but I don't want to listen to somebody that's 150 pounds overweight lecture me about health. You need to back away from Church's Chicken and Shipley's Donuts and all that. And so You might get a virus walking around 300 something pounds. Yes, I like a number 3. Can you put extra cheese and bacon on there? And I would also like, can you put some jalapenos and then give me a side of gravy? I got this mask on because I'm trying to look out for my health. And can I get an extra large fry too? Please, I'm watching out for my health. COVID is out here. Oh, thank you, Oz. And let me get a small Diet Coke too because I'm watching my calorie intake. But I don't want to get COVID. Like, come on, man. These people are insane. It's like listening to a wino talk about being sober. Man, you need to get off the weed and drugs, man. It'll ruin your freaking life, bro. You know, common sense. Common sense rules the day. And you got one life to live. You willing to sit up and give away all your freedoms for some idiots. I mean, look at this moron in New York. I live a vegan diet, and I'm gonna make sure every New Yorker is gonna eat healthy. How? How you gonna look? Food is not the problem in freaking New York. Crime is a problem in New York. Tackle that. Look at Chicago. I'm still waiting for this big group of liberal Antifa white people to go to the south side of Chicago with the Black Lives Matter mark. I'm still waiting. Why didn't they go to inner city Chicago and tear up the city and burn that? That would have been interesting to see. I would love how Ray, Taquan, Pookie, Earl, Bobby, and them would react to a group of white people tearing up their neighborhood. I would just love to see how that would go down. Black Lives Matter, dude. They everywhere probably don't even associate with any black people at all. Probably work at a Starbucks. You know, Starbucks is probably their meeting place. I don't want to offend nobody who likes Starbucks, but to me, I think it's overrated. It's coffee. Comes out like pee. I mean, I don't. But they're in the Starbucks. Black Lives Matter. And don't even know no black people. Live over in the whitest neighborhood in Whitesville, USA, but walk around talking about Black Lives Matter. You look at the news. Oh, we just arrested 30 members of Black Lives Matter, and all of them are white. Oh my gosh. I guess the Klan is going to be Asians and Arabs, you know. The white knights of the Ku Klux Klan have risen again. They take the mask off. They're all Asian. I don't know, man. Just people have lost their minds. And I think anybody willing to step out and say, you know what? I might lose my job. I might lose friends. I might lose money. But I'm going to stand for what I believe is right. And I'm going to fight for my freedom. And you're fighting for something that God gave you. God-given freedom, you know? And people, it's almost like people love to have their freedom stripped from them. I don't know. But let me read some of these comments. Hold on. Y'all going fast. And I know I ain't got but 9 people on here, but I ain't that quick at reading. Oz, I got you. Said Starbucks is gross. Okay, we got Simon. I hope I'm saying this right. Simon Phoebus. Starbucks is overrated. Never cared for it. Then we got Let's Go Brandon. He spelled it. This dude spelled it LES Go Brandon. Hey, I like that. Starbucks is good, but unfortunately blacklisted. Vote with your wallet. Okay, we got Seeking Serenity. Adverse side effects shouldn't get the coverage, but it should get the coverage, but it won't. Liberal media won't allow it, and too many people addicted to YouTube stop it in protest. Yep, you're right about that. So all that stuff is right, man. People don't like thinking for themselves. You ever walk in public and you speak to someone and they don't speak back? Almost like they don't hear you speaking? That's because we live in a society that's used to dings and bells. They respond to that. So they hear their phone go and they hear them run to the phone. But you speak to them, they're not used to real human interaction. Hey, how you doing? They just look at you, keep walking. Maybe you got to speak to people like that now. And then like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, but we got a lot of stuff going on, man. And I think as an American, we're obligated to stand for what's right. And that's it. If we lose this country, that's it. If America's gone, if you got new China or whatever, out of here. You done. They're not going to stand for your freedom. They don't care about you. Look at the Uyghur Muslims over there. Gosh, this live might be banned because I'm telling the truth. They done took off like 2, 3 of my lives already. YouTube don't like the truth. I already told you before, man. I think it's like some dude sitting in the booth. Oh, he's saying something true. Oh, I don't know, but they're probably gonna remove this live. You Are Us on Oz. Y'all go subscribe to that dude. Go subscribe to You Are Us on Oz. You got a good channel, man. I know he does gaming. Everybody support each other. Thomas Gardner. Got to roll, but great work to you, Warrior. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining, brother. Appreciate it. Who else we got? Epic Farming and Podcast. Yo. Go subscribe. Let's subscribe to each other. Everybody, we supposed to be family at this point. But just do what's right. That's what we got to do. I put this video on about Joe Biden's first crack pipe recipient. I don't know who saw it on here, but I think it offended some people because I lost like 13 subscribers, but somebody got offended by it. Some people, sometimes I think people, they see one thing and they think that's all you are, right? So they'll see you. I have a conservative view, but I don't agree with every single view of every conservative. That's not real. I have different views about different things. And if you see me making fun, I'm not making fun of crackheads. I mean, that's an addiction. That's something that people need to get over. I'm not making fun of a crackhead. What I'm making fun of is the situation that they would spend millions of dollars to give crack pipes to people when Trump was putting people in school. Trump was putting people to work. Trump was putting money in people's pockets. Their idea is we're going to help the Black and Latino community by ushering out crack pipes. I've never once woke up and said, what the problem is in America? We just don't have enough crack pipes. We need more crack pipes in the streets. Help us out and get us some crack pipes. We really need it. I never thought that. Crackheads don't even think that. They ain't like, man, I wish they just want more crack. They ain't worried about the pipe. They can make a pipe. So, man, y'all tuning out? What the? That's fine. All I'm saying is that this government sucks. These people don't care about you. They don't even care about themselves. But seeking serenity. Gotta say I don't think it's good. Keep supporting conservative YouTubes and on other sites. Support conservative and local businesses. Become as independent as you can and help each other. That's right. That's what you got to do. But people are fickle. Some people will subscribe and get on because they like what you say in a moment. Oh, that was cool. Subscribe. But they really ain't with you. Like, they're really not. I'm on the stick. Like, I got subscriptions I've been subscribed to for freaking 5 or 6 years. And then I got some people I'm subscribed to that didn't even have subscribers. But I'm like, I like this dude's page. I'm going to subscribe to it. Because everybody has a voice. You see those YouTube channels and the guys have millions of subscribers. They didn't start out with millions of subscribers. They start out with none, like everybody else. And when their viewpoints came, people saw it and they said, hey, I agree with this. I'm going to stick with this dude. But stick with him all the way. Don't jump off ship because they say one thing you disagree with. Have some back and forth. Hey, I don't agree with what you said. That's how resolution happens. When you say, hey, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that, and I want to talk to you about it. That's what you do, You that's how conversations happen. Hey, I don't like that you said this. I was offended. Okay, you were offended. Tell me why. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was completely wrong about what I said. I'm a human being. But the onus is on you now to show me where I was wrong. But I don't bite my tongue. And maybe that's a problem I've had through life. I don't bite my tongue. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. And that's the point is why would I lie to you to protect your feelings? That's silly. Because now I'm just making myself a liar. Because I'm telling you something I really don't believe, but pretending I believe something else just to make you happy. And that's silly. You can't do that in America. You can't do that, period. No matter where you live in the world. Don't sit here and pretend that you have a viewpoint, but you don't want to express it because somebody might get offended. So what, dude? Look at all these people who call themselves disenfranchised. Like, you got gay people. Now they got 147 pronouns. I identify as them and they and him and her. So let me ask you a question. So if somebody breaks in your house and you're against identifying somebody as either a man or a woman, what are you going to tell the cops? Well, the person that broke into my house was a he, them, they, their, our, and they were, I'm not going to say the race because I don't want to be racist. They were in here and they took my TV and they stole my cat. Like, what are you going to tell them? Is either a man or a woman? If you're hiring a babysitter for your kids, see this, let me say this first. If people are afraid to tell the truth, those are those same people that say, I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge. You have to judge. Let's say you had a little boy, you want to put out an ad in the paper for a babysitter for your son so you could work. So you put an ad in the paper and some dudes show up, fresh out of prison, still got an arm monitor on, with a dress and lipstick on top of, yeah, I want to watch your little boy. I love little boys. Yeah, I'm a good babysitter. You gonna hire him because you don't want to judge him? You have to be able to judge righteous judgment and unrighteous judgment. Righteous judgment says, this dude is a con. I'm not going to let him babysit my son. Poor judgment will be, I don't want to offend him, so I'm going to let him keep my son all night. That's it. Quit worrying about offending people. Being offended is a part of life. That's a part of freaking life. When I was in school, we used to make fun of each other for fun. We used to call it roasting or high siding, whatever, cutting on each other, which seems to be popular now. But now it seems like you can't even have a comedy routine because it's offensive. You know, we had one lady. What's that lady's name? She hold on, let me find this lady real quick, because she was the one who, she was up there doing a joke, and I guess she invoked Jesus in, and she thought it was funny, and she passed out. What was her name? Hold on. Heather something. Heather. I'm just so bad at typing. Who knows her name on there on the chat? Comedian collapses on stage. What was her name? Heather McDonald. Yeah, she was up there doing a joke about taking a vaccine and my vagina still works. And whatever, and she fell out and hit her head. But what was funny is the people started laughing. They thought it was part of the joke. So she said, my vagina still works, so I'm still getting my period or whatever. And that shows Jesus loves me more than anybody. Boom, hit the ground, it was over. And the people started laughing. They thought it was part of the routine. Till she was sitting there flopping around and it was like, oh, it's serious. All I'm saying is, it's popular to hate Christians in America, but yet if you're any other religion, for some reason, it's awesome. Satanism is the best for some reason. But if you're a Christian, you're evil. Now, granted, you got wicked people that say they're Christian, but that don't make them Christian. Just like Islam say they're for peace and, Anyway, that's been my show. I will be signing out. I appreciate y'all, whoever signed in. We'll be doing more lives. I'm just give a few shout outs to some people. I know I ain't got but 3 people on, but I'm still gonna say this for the people that did come visit me. I'm gonna give a shout out to some names. First foremost, my boy URS on ours. Go subscribe to him. We got Kaylin James. We got Let's Go Brandon, LESGO Brandon, Thomas Gardner. We also got Simon Phoebes. We got Dana Patera. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But I thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate everybody coming over here. And this has been Warriors Live 2/16/2022. I love you. God bless you. Peace.